Hey guys, Jeff here again down my eBay cave, and I'm going to tell you what you need to start selling on eBay. The bare minimums, maybe we'll talk about some things that are nice to have. Bare minimum, you need a smartphone. Doesn't matter what kind. I have a Samsung. You can have I don't know, those fruit phones or whatever they're called, or any other type. They all work. Doesn't need to be new, the latest, the greatest. Mine is a Galaxy S7, so it's quite old. The year I'm recording this is 2020, and this came out, I don't know, probably, 6-7 years ago, something like that? I don't even really remember. And good thing about the little bit older ones, if you don't have a smartphone now, you can find these for about $100 used. Just buy from a reputable source, not some guy in the corner where it's all locked up and broken and doesn't work. And you'll need the eBay app on the smartphone. And you may or may not need service if you can't afford service right now. If you have any thrift stores that have Wi-Fi, you may not even need service. If you need service, need something cheap, I'll put a link down below. It's called TING. That's what I use. Really affordable if you gotta watch how much data you use. You can't just sit there streaming videos all day on it. Use it very sparingly limited just to build up your fund and get yourself something better. Or if you're lucky like me, most of your stores have Wi-Fi, so I don't need much data. Everywhere I go has Wi-Fi. My house has Wi-Fi, my real job has Wi-Fi. So that's all I need. So you need a smartphone, eBay app. You can use that to look up items when you find them in like the thrift store. You want to check how much they sold for. Now what they're listed for, that doesn't mean much. How much they sold for. Look up everything before you buy it. I don't care. You think this item is awesome and great. This is the brand you always wanted in high school. Hey, maybe it's worth money. It's worth looking up. Maybe it's not worth buying. And with your smartphone, you can tell before you buy. So do not spend your money until you know it's a good product. Another thing you're going to need. You're going to need a shipping scale of some type. Now, these ones on Amazon are like $15. This is the Accutech. I don't know the model number, but they have like a $15 little one. It works perfectly fine. Maybe you don't have $15 laying around. I know. With this lockdown, things are tight. Do you have like a little one of these, like a little food scale? This might not be able to do large things, but this can do up to a couple pounds. For most of your items, this is just fine. So you need some type of scale because you want to put in the exact weight and measurements of everything you ship. So you know how much it's going to cost to ship it out, and it's going to be accurate. You're not going to overpay. You're thinking, okay, that's great. Well, I don't have a printer. How am I going to make my label? Well, there's something new on eBay. You can actually, with your smartphone, when something sells, you can press a button. I don't have one to show you right now because I don't have a sold. I just took care of it before this video. Yeah, great planning on my part, huh? But you can click a button for a QR code. You go to the post office. You bring up that QR code. You put your phone up. The person behind the counter scans it. Your label prints right there. You'll need it pre-packaged and boxed. If you're doing just one, whatever. If you have multiple, I would probably write on the packaging who it goes to, an item number or something like that. Just so you don't confuse them. You do not want to send the wrong item to people. But so right now, if you cannot afford a printer, you have an option. It's awesome. If you have a printer, print them out. You got like an inkjet, use that for now. Down the road, maybe you want a thermal printer that can do some labels. Those are awesome. You start doing some volume, you're going to want one. Trust me. I love mine. I got Dymo 4XL. There's also the Rollo, and then ArcScan, and a couple other ones. Brother. They're all good. Kind of gets like cars and trucks, fanboy appreciation. People like the one they have. Don't like the ones they don't. Kind of might dig on Crapple phones. Or Fruit, or whatever they were. So what else do you need? Well, you have an item. So, do you already have an item? Maybe you don't maybe you don't have money to go out and source right now. Things are that tight. Maybe you have this sitting on the shelf. Maybe it's going, yeah, I don't really need that. Look around your house before you go out and buy stuff. Is there anything around your house you don't really want or need you could list? Look it up. Look up sold listings, not asking price listings. And before you get too excited, Beanie Babies, Black Diamond VHS tapes, no, they're not worth anything. It seems like every new person seems to ask that question. I don't know why. So what else are you going to need? Well, you got the item, you got it listed, now it's sold. You're going to need packing supplies. You're going to need some type of tape. And I probably should have had my tape down here. It's upstairs. But here's an empty tape gun. Let's say this thing has tape on it. Some type of packing tape. You can get a roll for a couple bucks. At like, doesn't have to be the best tape. You're going to need something to put it in. You're like, well, I can't afford, buy brand new boxes and to buy poly mailers and bubble mailers and all this stuff. You don't need like these fancy eBay ones. They're nice. If you have a store, you get a good discount on those every month. You can, I'm sure you or your friends, or if you like, especially if you live in an apartment building, down in your recycling dumpster, got any of these? Amazon ship? Yeah, you can use those. Stick your thing in there. Make sure you, like if there's a label on there, take the label off. Or minimum complete makes it can't be seen because you don't want, post office to get confused and mail it back to the person you took this from. That would be bad. But for like those poly mailers, only put things that cannot be broken in them, or you're going to need a box. Well, where am I going to get a box? Same place. I reuse Amazon boxes every single day. I got boxes sitting down here. Look at that. I break them down. Oh, where am I pointing? I have them all down there. Set them down there. Never use them. So you don't need to pay for boxes. Maybe I want something that looks a little nicer. I can't find any boxes. You're still in luck if you're going to ship USPS priority mail. It's not for first class. It's not for medium mail. It's not for FedEx. It's not for UPS. Only for USPS priority mail. And yes, it is a crime to misuse this stuff. So only for priority mail. But you can either go to your post office or on the post office webpage, and they will send you priority mail boxes for free. Don't abuse the system. Have a little ethics. Those are great. Ones I'd probably suggest getting is I like the Region A box. I might go into a little more detail some of these in a later video. Region A box, there's two different types. Get 5-10 of each one, just for now. You have the priority padded flat rate. Get some of them. Normally it's like $7.50. We're currently in a holiday price, so it's like a little bit more. It's around $8 to ship that. If it fits in there, it ships for one rate. But also check, is that the cheapest rate or not? Maybe stick it in that Amazon one. Maybe it's under a pound. This can go first class. It'll be a lot cheaper than priority. Maybe it still is over a pound priority, but maybe where you're shipping it, this might be the cheaper option. Just kind of look at your options in the checkout. Also, in your making listing, there's a calculator you can use. Put in the weight and dimensions, and it will give you like an estimate of, how much it's going to cost. It's not that difficult. I'm a bumbling buffoon, and I can figure this stuff out. So if I can figure it out, you can figure it out. So you're like, well, okay, that's pretty good. So I got my phone, got my eBay app. I got some packing supplies, I got some tape. I got something that'll work for a shipping scale. But you want to take my photos with on the eBay app, they don't look good. They're dark and dingy, and they look like junk. And what am I gonna do? Set it on my floor of my kitchen? You can. Now you want to get as much light on the item as you can. However, I should prepare a little bit better for this. This is kind of on spur of the moment. Just had an idea type of video. You can just go to like your dollar store. Most items you can get like it's one of these white boards. Put that down for your backdrop so it looks really nice and crisp. Put it by your brightest light or by an open window of sun shining. Like if you're sitting here taking the photo this way, have the sun coming over your back. So that way it's lit better. Now down the road, if you start doing this a bunch, let me get back here so the lighting is correct. Just talked about lighting, then I did a basic lighting mistake. Maybe eventually you'd want to get something like these light boxes I have. Those are a really cheap set. They're on Amazon for like $50. So eventually you get rolling. I don't know how you say the name of them. I don't know if these ones are still available. They're probably, they ship direct from China type thing. But they are, I believe that's KEHIOE is the brand. They're okay. There's better ones out there, but I'll tell you on a budget, they work. I did upgrade the light bulbs though. I got some higher intensity 5K LED bulbs. Just makes it a little bit more whiter, a lot brighter than what comes with them. Comes with them, works, it's an improvement. But yeah, you don't need it. I probably did about my first year. I just did like those little whiteboards, and when it was sunny out, I just went over by my patio door. I put the thing down. I usually did smaller items. Laid it on the white to help it reflect up. I took the picture, but don't take it in the eBay app, because then you can't control your camera. Go to your camera app, and on like my phone, wherever I put it. Again, planning. Something I need to get better at with this. All right, here we go. Let me unlock this real quick. All right. On my phone, you're in the auto screen. If I swipe in this direction, I can now press Pro. Now I can adjust things like the ISO image, the shutter, the white balance, all that type of stuff. Now most of your phones will have something like that. I know the Fruit phones have it. These ones have it. Just kind of figure out where on your phone it is. Just play around with the settings. You'd be amazed at just how much different your photo can look if you just adjust like your ISO setting or your white balance or something else like that. Don't get too crazy. Maybe look up what those terms mean so you understand them. I might go into video of photography later. But I mean, really, that's it. That's all you need. You need to recap. You need a smartphone that's with the eBay app and some type of internet connection. You need a shipping scale because you need to know how much things weigh so you're paying the correct amount of shipping. Don't guess. If you guess too little, guess what? They're going to send it back to you. You're going to pay for it again because they're going to adjust the rate and you're going to still pay the correct rate. Then you have to ship it out to your now angry that it's late customer. So yeah, definitely get a shipping scale. And if you guess too high, you're paying too much. That just kills your profit. $20 item, a $2 difference in shipping is kind of big. And a $20 item, that's 10%. Then you had the sourcing cost, you had materials cost, fees, all that. Then you also are going to need packing materials, such as you're going to need some tape. Even like these guys here, they have like a built-in sticky thing. Use that. You'll flap it down, but then put a piece of tape going down here just to secure it. I call it an anchor strap. definitely helps. Now you don't want to completely encase it in tape because sometimes your post office gets a little goofy about it, but you know. Oh yeah, another one you're gonna want to get. They also have just the padded flat rate envelope. It's cardboard. It doesn't quite hold as much as that one. Like, depending on how you do it, you can get a lot of things in these, and they do ship for about 50 cents cheaper. So if it's gonna go in this and not be damaged, this flat rate's a little bit cheaper. I usually use the padded for just about everything. I don't know. That's what I always used. So that's really it. And look up your items before you sell them. And sold listings. Don't spend your money on a guess. Don't spend your money on a whim. So, any questions on what you need to start? Put it down below. Was this helpful? Let me know. Was it not? Did I ramble too long? Like, I'm looking at this clock, and yeah, I rambled for 16 minutes already. Hopefully you got some value out of this. Now, down the road, when I replace my computer, I'll do a little bit more editing. I'll get these a little more polished. But for now, we're getting kind of freestyle. So let me know. Was this helpful? Have you sold on eBay before? Have you bought on eBay and you want to sell? Are you one of those people right now who is out of work and you need to sell on eBay? If you're desperate in like a situation like that, get things listed right now. Open your account, start selling things. You'll be limited how many you can do. Get them up. If you're in that situation and you have questions, put them down below. I will respond. I'm a little guy, tiny little channel. I can respond to people. I'll help as best I can. Maybe I can't. Maybe I can. Maybe I'll make a video if you have a particular question. If it's a little more directed, question, I might be able to do a little shorter without my rambling for my 17 minutes now. But that's long enough for me. You guys have a great day. Hope you're all doing well. Let me know how you're doing.